Live from the virtual Daytona International Speedway, High Velocity Racing League brings you the first race of our Cup Series this evening. And it is going to be 250 miles at this 2.5 mile long super speedway. Matthew Chase and Sam Moser sitting here in the booth, going to give you all the action that you are looking for. But it is week one from Daytona, with a 75-degree ambient temperature, 77-degree track temp, a little bit of humidity, as Florida is well known for. But we got 100 laps this evening with 3 additional sets of tires. Can't imagine they're going to be taking too many of them. But stages at 25 and 50, this is the first points-paying race of the season. So it is going to be a very important one to get this initial season of the Cup Series underway.
Yeah. It is going to be an exciting race. And honestly, the weather is beautiful, the track is looking good, and these drivers look like they are ready. They look like they're tuned in, dialed in. I'm excited.
We had an exciting dual race last week that wound up with Kevin Frey as the winner of that one. He's out on track now.
Yeah.
In the Moon Eyes car.
Alan Martin. Yeah, looking good. I like that car. Right there in that 82, looking good. I picked him in the podcast. I think he's going to do well tonight. I mean, he was looking really good. He placed himself very well, and he made the right move at the right time. And I just was, really drawn in by that charisma that he was showing. He didn't want to shout anybody out. He said, "I'll see you next week." So I think he's going to do well tonight, and I'm excited to see what he can do tonight on the pole.
And the other one to watch was your pole sitter from the duel. That's Ray Hanneman in the 85. As
Absolutely.
He gets taken out by all of the teammates that are there, and that's always fun. But yeah, no, the 85 of Ray Hanneman, he'll be starting in the second position this evening. And it'll be interesting to see how that 85 Eternal Racing machine does.
Yeah, those Eternal guys, I mean, they are really good at the super speedways. They're very, very dialed in. They know when to push. They, stick together really well. And they're just really, really coordinated. And they look really good at the super speedways. They're very good at them. Ray Hanneman has been dominant here from all the races I've seen from him. Especially at Talladega, he was looking really good. And so I expect a very strong turnout from the Eternal Racing guys tonight, which is Mason Tomlinson, Bryce Fontaine, Ray Hanneman. So yeah, it's going to be great.
We'll see how they do.
And they have David Meacham on their team now, correct?
I think it's Kern, Meacham, Hanneman, and Bryce is the 4.
Let's see. Still haven't got that teams up yet. Teams, there we go. Eternal Racing. Yep, you're right. Bryce Fontaine, William Kern, Ray Hanneman, David Meacham. Okay, so Mason Tomlinson is not on their team for this one, so it's William Kern and David Meacham. But yeah, all those guys had a super strong showing out last week, so I expect them all to be doing pretty good tonight. And they've always looked really good at the super speedways, super strong. So I'm excited to see what they can do.
It's going to be interesting.
Absolutely. We've had a lot of players in play, and it came down to that last lap, coming around turn 4, just that big wreck, and that's often what it comes down to at super speedways. You just gotta have those feelings and move in a certain direction, and sometimes it pays off. It's very, I won't say luck based, but it's very, how do I say it?
A wild card.
Instincts, like, I mean, and wild card, it could be anybody. One wrong move could end the night of some of our major players. So that's kind of the fun thing about super speedways is, you never really know who comes out on top every week, or every time that we race at one of these super speedways. So, and it is the first points race in our new Cup Series, so I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, so far, Hunter Young, the fastest lap, but again, that's probably in draft and everything. It's 45.738 is the fast lap there, so
Pretty good lap.
it is.
Pretty fast. Yeah. We got quite a few packs out there right now of guys practicing, and oh, I said it again, but these guys, they're getting used to each other, and I'm sure a lot of them have had plenty of chances to do that last week at uh, the
The duel.
the duel. Yes, sorry. I was like, I kept thinking like qualification race, but I'm like, no, it's the duel.
I
Yeah,
mean, that's not wrong either.
I mean, basically, yeah. And that's kind of the good thing about doing those is you can really figure out who you want to race around. And I think that a lot of these guys really got a feel for who they want to be around. So we'll see if they can find those guys and get a good run with them.
And you know the Eternal guys want to run together.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you always want to run around your teammates because you're practicing around them all the time. So you definitely want to run around the guys that you feel comfortable with. And if you've been able to get good practice sessions with them and you've run a ton of laps, you definitely want to find them in the group and just set laps and be together.
See Anthony Hall running around by himself. Trying to see some of these other packs that we got going on. There's a trio there. We got Wilder, Danny Gross, and Happy all running together. Happy when in that
Yeah.
old silver bullet car. Love that paint scheme.
All reliable, definitely. Looks like Kern, Fontaine, and Hanneman are taking up that third through fifth spot. They're kind of got together in a little group there, and they're looking pretty fast.
Yeah, they got Meacham with them. They're running with Meacham as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, Wilder and Danny Gross. Those guys running there with Happy. I mean, they've been looking pretty solid too last week at the duels. There's a lot of guys that, are looking good and can definitely pull out a win if they're at the right place at the right time. That's kind of just part of it. I'm expecting a good close race. I mean, hopefully it kind of stays together. We definitely got a group that was kind of just pulling ahead, that was that 5-car group, which was Kevin Frey, David Meacham, Hanneman, Bryce. I keep forgetting who the fifth one was.
Kern,
Oh, was it Kern?
Kern, Bryce Hanneman, and Kevin Frey with Meacham. That was the 5-pack, and that took off early on in that race, and then it kind of devolved a little bit after that first pit stop. Meacham had an issue on pit road and was not able to get out with the rest of them. It turned into a 4-car group.
Right, yeah. They were looking really good when they were there, though. They were just choo-choo training away from everybody. They were pulling ahead quite a bit, so we'll see if we can get that again tonight, and if we find a dominant group, pull ahead early, and if they can keep that with pit strategy, because that's another big thing is strategy when you pit. Oh, looks like some guys are practicing actually pitting in right now. Hard on the brakes. Oh, Meacham into the grass a little bit.
Yeah,
that one.
We saw that.
Yeah. But, better to get that kind of worked out through in practice. But that was Hunter Young. He was a little worried about him, I think, about moving up with him hard on the brakes. See the smoke coming out of that. It definitely can happen here pretty fast.
Not sure what Bryce is doing right now. All right, that's going to take us into qualifying here.
They won't give you much time here, so make sure everybody grades up pretty quick.
We're going right into, actually, we're not going to qualifying. We're going right into the race.
Right, yeah. Qualifying was last week, yeah. Right into the race.
to figure out which one is best. Looks like that one is the best. That one is for sure the best. We found the right one.
Good deal.
We're still getting everybody locked in here, but starting on the poll this evening, it is Kevin Frey, your winner from the duel last week. Outside that first row, it is Ray Hanneman in the 85. Starting inside row 2, the number 40 of Eugene. You call him Ethan Hawke all the time. Eugene Hawke is the name. Eugene Hawke. Followed up in the 4th position, it is the 31 of William Kern. Starting in the 5th position, we have the 37 of Anthony Hall. In 6th, Mason Tomlinson in the 4. P7. Starting there is the 41 of Jose Mercado. Joe Hudson starting in P8 in the 49. 9th position, not set on the grid yet, is the number 12 of Bryce Fontaine. And in the 10th position, it is the 52 of Sean Happick. Good old Happy. In the 11th position, we got the 45 of Mike Marini. Not on track yet. The number 5 of Alan Martin will be in the 12th position. Popping in to the 13th position, the 99 of Sean Wilder. And in 14th, we're going to have the 27 of Danny Gross. 15th position belongs to the number 9 of C.D. Mangrum. Or in this case, it's just showing
I
Mangrum.
can't hear you at all. Tucker, are you on you have the scanner up and on all teams there? Or all
Starting in the 16th position, it is David Meacham in the 13.
There it is. It's working now.
Not on track yet in the 17th position, it is the 25 of Colton Lanford.
Make sure you are on
Starting
drivers,
in
please,
18th,
well.
it is the 11 of Bryce Tucker. In the 19th position, we have the 23 of
We hear you, but
Tyler
I didn't
Lemon.
hear Meacham. And I think we're just waiting on Colton to load up.
And in the last position, P20, it's showing P19 though, is the 77 of Hunter Young.
Nice big field out there for our first race. Hopefully we can keep it up through the whole series, but I'm super pumped. This is going to be a fun series to call and broadcast up here.
Trying to see who hasn't popped in yet still. We got Marini. Waiting on Alan Martin.
Waiting on a couple guys. Hopefully they show up, and we'll be able to get this show on the road.
Up, but it can't actually hear anything.
100 laps here at Daytona.
Colton's almost loaded in. We would give one more minute and get this thing going.
60, 59, 58, 56, 55, 54.
Counting's hard, isn't it?
But yeah, I think it's going to be
When you got 6
very
people talking in your ear, yeah,
important that Ray Hanneman and William Kern are starting second and fourth, and they're right behind each other. I think that's going to be paramount to them at the beginning and being able to draft off each other. I think that's going to be a big play at the beginning here.
Yeah, I think so too. And they've also got Mason Tomlinson. They've drafted with Mason Tomlinson as well from the Xfinity series, so they know who he is and how he drives. So that'll be another one to watch as well.
Right, yeah. He may not be on their team, but they know what he's capable of.
Yep.
And they know that he's a good driver and that he can take a push and that he can give pushes pretty well.
Yeah, so that trio is going to be one to watch.
Absolutely. It's very important right there on the outside. And I don't mind running in the outside of Daytona. It's really not that bad. I mean, the bottom is obviously preferred, but the top, if you can get a good push behind you, it can be nice to get those big long runs at the outside for those back stretches, those long back stretches.
That's true.
Seems, yeah, absolutely. We'll see if it pulls off, if it pays off for them.
Still waiting.
But Eugene Hawk, right behind Kevin Frey. Eugene Hawk is also a very good driver we've seen in the Truck Series. So I think that him being behind Kevin could pay off as well, because I think
All
he's
right,
smart
go
enough
ahead
to
and
know how
finish.
to
You
help
can
these
have
guys
to
out.
do a pit start.
Sorry, had to get that going. So we're missing 2 drivers right now. We are missing the 5 of Alan Martin and the 25 of Colton Lanford. They are going to have to start from the pits. When they can get in, they get in. So
Yeah, unfortunate for them, but hopefully they're able to join us here soon. Maybe some technical difficulties. There was a really big storm here in the Midwest, so there could be some internet delays due to that. So we'll see if they're able to join here soon. But we're gonna get this show on the road, 250 miles at Daytona.
you almost said laps.
No, I knew it was 250 miles.
It
100
is
laps
250 miles, 100 laps.
with a the stages at 25 and 50.
25 and 50.
Get those all-important stage points for the upcoming playoffs. Very important.
Very.
Yeah, definitely. Those pay big, I mean, it depends on what the series you're in. I mean, obviously, Truck Series has the chase format where those stage points is turned into race points at the end of the regular season. But here, stage points count towards race points, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they are stage points, so they'll be added in as we go.
Right. So I mean, it's very important to get good stage ends, and that could definitely play into these guys' strategy. A lot of strategy. So we'll see what happens. Guys, kind of get formed up here and get ready to kick this bad boy off. The first ever Cup Series race, points race. High velocity racing. Very excited.
Good luck, everybody.
Here we go. We'll look at Kevin Frey. He has control of the pack as the pace car dives down pit road and into the Geico restart zone we go. Green flag is in the air. We are racing at Daytona International Speedway.
Woohoo! Green flag flies. These guys take off. Looks like him and Hanneman got pretty much almost equal. Ray Hanneman just about a fender ahead of him. But it is very close. Looks like Bryce Fontaine moves to the top.
Yeah, they're still trying to get momentum built up.
Absolutely.
We'll
Getting through those gears.
get through those gears, get down that super stretch. What we can do as they come around for the first lap here.
They're pretty much neck and neck. This is crazy. They're equal. Both looking pretty good so far, but it looks like Kern, Hanneman, and Mason Tomlinson with Bryce Fontaine right behind them are they're definitely getting ahead now. As we thought, good pushers right there. They're getting teamed up.
And they are starting to run away on the high side. Those 4 have generated a lot of momentum and energy. And Bryce diving down here early.
Yeah.
Some different strategies.
He's going to have nobody to help him, so he's going to fall behind again.
This is going to be a big run here for the bottom. Are they going to be able to catch up? They're going to have to, I think, collect the 12 here. Mercado and Hudson going to cut in line on the bottom as well as they come off of 4.
Everybody falling in line on the bottom. Yeah, Bryce, he had that run on the bottom, but I mean, you got to be able to keep that momentum with people built up behind you or in front of you, and he just didn't have any help, so he's going to fall a few positions short, but he's in line now, and everybody's kind of going to see if we can keep that momentum up. We'll get a breakaway group of these 4 up front now with Mercado, Tomlinson, Kern, and Hanneman.
They're not breaking away too far. They are.
Ooh,
Running
Bryce
the
back
gap.
up to the top again.
Yeah, Bryce jumping out in the line.
Ooh.
Follows him.
Yeah, that's going to lose some positions again. He's going to fall. At least, yeah, he's going to fall behind Eugene Hawk there.
That'll put him in front of Anthony Hall. It's going to be back to the 8th position for Bryce. Looks like a couple of drivers fell off of the back of the pack. Bryce Tucker and Hunter Young both falling off of the draft there. So they're going to be running a 2-pack for a bit.
That's okay, though. You know, you're going to be far enough back that if anything happens with this front group, you're definitely going to have enough time to react. And, you know, you're safe. We got 100 laps. You know, it's no pressure at this point. It's all up to strategy. You know, maybe they're going to save, try and stay out a little bit longer and go for the big win rather than these short-term stage points, you know.
And it's early.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They got plenty of time. 100 laps is a long way to go at Daytona. But, like we said, stage points are going to be key. So, once we get to that 20 to 22 lap range, I bet they're going to be fighting a lot more for position.
And will fuel strategy play a factor as well? I mean, we've seen the guys at Eternal be very good at playing that strategy and it paying off for them later in the run. So we shall see how that pans out here as well.
Yeah, they seem to be really good at pushing and using the draft, but also saving fuel at the same time, and that's really key. I mean, if you can save fuel but also be able to push each other enough, keep the speed and momentum up, I mean, that's leagues ahead of anybody else that's, you know, not able to get a line going and not able to get enough people behind each other to get a really good draft going and keep the speed up. So, I mean, that's huge. Having teammates in front of you to be able to push them down the backstretch and the front stretch and even sometimes in the turns. I mean, it's huge. It's really big.
Oh, Colton Lanford actually here now.
Did he? Okay,
going.
good.
He's made it.
Well, get up here and give me a
Good deal. Got to get some points. Oh, looks like Eugene Hawk and Bryce Fontaine are going to break up into the top. They're going to try and make a run. It looks like, I believe that's Anthony Hall as well.
Yep.
They're in the 37. Going to break it to the top and see if they can make a run up to the front.
They got 4 cars on that high side. CD Mangrum joining that group as well. Looks like they're content to fall in here, though. Eugene
Definitely
falls into the 4th position with Bryce in 5th. It's going to leave Anthony Hall and CD Mangrum out to dry on that high side. They're going to fall very far back.
Yeah, they're going to fall a few positions. But, you know, they gained a few positions, and, you know, that's better than nothing. I mean, it's oh, no! Anthony Hall gets loose into Kevin Frey. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Big damage there for the 82. And let's go back and take a look at it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's say, going back, Kevin Frey on the inside. And I think
looks like CD Mangrum just kind of, yeah, he just hooks Anthony Hall just a little bit, unfortunately. He kind of gets a little loose and gets into the right rear quarter panel of him and just turns him. I mean, it's you know, it's a racing deal. It's unfortunate. I mean, I don't think there's anybody really at play in that. It was kind of just one of those unfortunate racing deals. What do you think?
Taking a look at it, I want to try to get a good view of it. Trying to get a really good view here. That's not necessarily the best view. Let's take a look at it from the chase view. And no, that's not my view. Hang on. The far chase here. Let's take a look at it. Mangrum sitting there behind Hall. Looks like he gets to his outside. A push on the right rear. Gets the 37 loose and down into the 87. He tried to save it.
Right. I think he just got a little bit higher off of that turn. And it just unfortunately got into the back of Anthony Hall. I don't think it was, you know, there was any malicious intent, of course. I think it was just one of those unfortunate deals where just get a little bit higher. And, you know, you're right behind him. Oh, looks like most people are going to pit, actually.
That's smart. I think.
Yeah, yeah, definitely get some fuel back into that thing. Looks like the only person who's gonna stay out is gonna be Colton Lanford. Try and get some of those laps back. That's understandable.
Yep.
Definitely get that fuel to be able to make it to the end of the stage for sure. I mean, we're just about halfway there, so close. Might as well keep it fueled up and we're going. Ray Hanneman's gonna be the first one out of there. William Kern right behind him, and Mason Tomlinson. Gene Hawk, Cotto. Looks like Mangrum is actually going to make a few positions out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think mostly a racing deal in that situation.
Yeah, I don't know if it
just a bad push.
I don't know if it exactly. I don't think it requires any UL. What do you think, Chase?
I think it's tough because these guys are probably gonna think that it should be an EOL, but yeah, I lean towards that it's not an EOL. I think it's just a racing deal. It's just a bad push.
Yeah, I think he was just closer than he thought coming off of that corner. Got a little bit higher than him and got to his back bumper faster than he anticipated. So I'd say that would be a racing deal and that we can forgive that one. But I mean, of course, if Chase, I mean, I think if we're both in agreement that we're good on that one, but it's definitely unfortunate. But nobody really. I mean, I think it was just between those two cars.
I mean, people got collected in it. Kevin Frey got collected because of it. Sean Wilder got collected because of it.
He did. That's true. That's true. That's true. Doesn't look like anybody got any significant damage of it, though.
Yeah, nothing terminal.
Yeah, right, for sure. I mean, I think they're able to. Kevin Frey is still back there. I'm trying to find Sean. Where's Sean?
Wilder's in the 18th position.
He's just coming out of the pits right now. He's making his way around.
Kevin Frey's going back in for some more damage repair, I would imagine.
Okay. Yeah. It's tough. I mean, I don't think there was anything malicious there. I don't think it was mean.
Anybody getting did anybody claim that? Sorry.
You want me to say anything, Matthew?
Is anybody claiming it, or has anybody claimed it?
CD just said something.
Okay. If he claims it, then he'll take an EOL then. That's the way we should do it. So, if he did, go ahead and hand it out to him. But I mean, realistically, I think it was a racing deal.
I think he said something about getting disconnected or something.
Mangrum did?
He said he was pushing somebody. You want me to give it to EOL?
At this point, no.
Okay. Push comes to shove, we can do it at the stage break.
I honestly think it was just a bad push. That's all it really was. So
I don't think we need one at this point.
But Hanneman Kern will be the front row for this restart.
Yeah, we'll see if they're able to fall in line or if one of them tries to get up front and get back to the lead. Yeah, but Hanneman has control, so you know it's up to him.
And we've got 15 laps to the stage break as well, so
definitely, yeah, anything could happen. We will just have to wait and see. Very exciting though, as we come to the restart.
Here we go. Pace car down, pit road into the restart zone, and Hanneman with a good restart. Does not have any help, and has not cleared the 31, but he will get down in front of him. Kern lets him in, and that trio that have been pushing very well together are going to continue to do so.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Hawk didn't quite get the restart. He kind of had a gap there, so I wonder if he wasn't quite ready, didn't quite get the jump he wanted. So Hanneman's going to be able to get back in front of Kern, and Kern's going to be able to give him a good push again. And they're going to kind of break away a little bit from this group, but the top group is seeming to stay pretty well put together. So we'll see if they're able to make a run on the bottom.
Yeah, seems like pretty even distribution between the field going high and low, so.
Yeah. CD Mangram's definitely given Eugene Hawk a good push there, but Mason Tomlinson's not making it easy there on the bottom.
Mason going to get a good run to the back bumper of Kern as well.
Yeah.
See if this trio can continue pushing. Ooh,
Oh,
loose there.
uh-oh.
What a save.
Oh my goodness.
Tucker,
Oh,
heck
way
of
to
a
take
save.
everyone.
That was crazy.
That
Wow.
was a crazy save.
That was really impressive. I thought he lost it. Wow.
I say the broadcast caught him there on the backstretch. He got way loose, and he was able to keep it under control enough. I mean, it was a good job of checking up by everybody behind him too, not to get wrecked out there. That was very close.
Yeah, he's able to keep it up into the 14th position, so he's still in the top 15. So didn't hurt him too bad.
These top four have pulled away a touch from the rest of the field, but now the rest of the field is going to get linked up on that bottom and start to reel them quickly back in.
Yeah, CD Mangrum he's caught out on the top end. He's losing a lot of positions right now, unfortunately.
That he is. That was a great shot down the backstretch, watching all those guys coming down into turn number 3. You can see the pack catching these top 4. Will there be anybody moving out to try to make any moves, try to get in front of these guys? Doesn't seem like it so far.
Ooh, David Meacham, Bryce Fontaine, and Colton Lanford look like they're trying to make a top line. Looks like they all moved out. Oh, but they're going to dive back in. Ooh, Colton Lanford almost hit the 45 of Danny Gross, or the 45 of Mike Marini in my bad.
Marini, yep.
Yep. Very close there.
And the 25 falling back. Ducks in there behind Mangrum.
Yep.
And we're now single file around this.
Definitely, nothing wrong with that, though. We're getting close to stage here. We're about 10 laps away. So these guys, they're just riding it out, getting those safe laps put in, waiting for the stage end.
Kevin Frey and Anthony Hall both. Taking a look at them. Hall, he's about 4.5 seconds and losing time to the tail end of that draft, and Kevin Frey is another 6 seconds behind him as well. So both of those guys causing them to have all those issues.
David Meacham and Bryce Fontaine moving up again. They're making a big push on that outside. They've made their way all the way up to 4th and 5th now. They are making some big moves, and the top line is formed again with him, Mike Marini, and Danny Gross, and Sean Wilder, and CD Mangrum all in that top end, and looks like Bryce and David Meacham make their way back to the bottom. But there's a four-car group on that top side, though. They're looking fast. Colton Langford almost moves it there, but decides better of it and keeps his car there on the bottom.
Leading those 4 cars is Marini and Gross running there with Wilder and Mangrum on that high side, trying to make something happen.
Ooh, Mangrum moves back in. He doesn't like what he sees.
Not enough energy on that top line.
Yeah, you really got to get about 5 cars to really get a really good push, and you got to be really close to each other. And these guys, they're a little bit spread out, but Colton Langford moves back up. Let's see if they can get bunched together and get a really good push going. It'll be close.
Ooh, Hawk with a blink. That was scary.
Yeah, Eugene Hawk with a big blink there, but Mercado moves up. See if Mercado and them can get a... checking up.
Had to check up. They had so much more momentum, and that's going to break up that top line, and that was a close one as well. We saw the 49 almost get into the back of the 99.
Yeah.
And they are trying to get all single file once again.
There is a lot... Whew, there's a lot of energy there. There's a lot of anticipation for this stage of stage points. They're smelling blood in the water. They're getting ready for a big push here at the end. We'll see who can come up with it. At this point, Hanneman's looking very good with Kern giving him some good pushes there, and Mason Tomlinson in third.
Well, we've also got 5 drivers all working together here, trying to keep themselves in that top 5. 1 through 5 would be very
huge
impressive.
for Eternal. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It would be a really good start to the season for Eternal Motorsports because we got all 4 of those plus Mason Tomlinson up there. Mason Tomlinson works very close with these guys. He's teammates with them in the Xfinity series, so they know each other very well. Ooh, Bryce moving his way to the top.
He wants
CD
a shot
Bankram.
He wants a shot at the lead.
Right. See if he can get it. David Meacham going to fall a little bit ways back. See if they can keep some energy and some draft going and be able to... They're making a good run up there, him and CD Mangrum, with Jose right behind him.
Yeah, CD's pushing the heck out of the back of that 12.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. Wow. What a run. Coming to about 6 to go. 5
Side
to go
by
over the
side
line.
with teammate. Hanneman and Fontaine side by side coming off of turn 4.
Wow,
We hit
this
the
is
line,
great.
5 to go in the first stage.
Ray Hanneman just barely getting ahead of him, but they're going to get a big run. He's going to dive to the bottom, going into the 1. Wow.
CD.
Oh, CD. Oh.
Side
wow.
drafting.
Thinks better of it.
Easy there, 9 car.
Wow. He almost. Oh, man, that was close. Yeah, exactly what you said,
Almost.
Chase. Side drafting. Oh, man.
Almost chopped the nose
Jose
off the
Mercado.
85.
Going to give him a big push. He's just ahead of Bryce in turn 3. Wow.
Jose to the outside of him.
Gets a little loose.
That's getting squirrely.
Oh, man.
That's going to break
Some
up
close
all
racing.
the energy off the top line, and it is getting real squirrely up there.
Yeah. Hanneman and Bryce just running away with it now. Those two know how to push each other really good. They've done it many times. Bottom line is going to kind of get formed back up here. We'll see if Colton or if CD Mangrum and Jose Mercado can get a good run here coming on backstretch. They just don't have the energy, though. They're going to fall way back. They're going to fall behind Sean Wilder. And Joe Hudson. So, yeah, that bottom line, still the dominant line, it seems.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you know, it really comes down to you got to have people willing to push you up top to be able to make that line work.
No, but we're on the stage.
And right now, that bottom line is just, you know, they're just logging those laps, putting it down. See if Bryce is able to come away with those points. Pits are about to close here this upcoming lap.
Next lap by, yep. It's going to be coming to 2 to go for the stage. Still got the Eternal guys all in the top 5. We'll call Tomlinson on the, quote, affiliate team. He's on the Wood Brothers to the Penske drivers. We'll call it like that. 2 to go here at the line. Pits will be closed.
Yeah, we're 2 to go here. Just close the pits. So we'll see what these guys can pull off in these next 2 laps.
If we stay like this, Fontaine will get the playoff point.
Which is huge. That's a big deal. Ooh.
I saw that right there, the little bit of a shake-up.
Yeah.
Hudson shifted out of line.
Yep.
Nobody
That's going to
follows.
give Sean Wilder and CD Mangrum a look on the inside, and they're going to be able to make up some points.
You got Danny Gross, and it looks like Marini going to the outside trying to push the 49 towards the front. But 3 cars on that outside is going to have a hard time getting enough energy built up to beat the dominance of that inside line.
Yeah, as they come around here, all they got is the back straight and then 2 more turns. Oh! Kern and Mason Tomlinson breaking up. Bryce with the block.
Kern to the inside.
Kern to the inside. Oh, man.
Got the position, too.
Yep, and he's looking faster. Ray Hanneman's going to bump him.
This is coming
We'll
to
see
the
if-
stage as well, so This will get scary here. Could.
Oh, it's so close. Two lines are forming right now.
As soon as they cross the
Close
line, the
racing.
yellow flag will come out. And it is going to be...
Bryce Fontaine by
Bryce.
0.000. Oh, man, him and Kurt were so close.
Oh, it was so close.
Wow. Wow. So that's one playoff point for Bryce Fontaine already to start off the season. What a close start. Wow, that is crazy. Wow. And you look at Ray Hanneman, he was only 500ths off of second place. I mean, it was so close. And Tomlinson was only 5 thousandths off of him. So, wow, what a start to the season. Or 4 thousandths off, actually. Very close. Very close stage.
And the most important thing for these guys at Eternal, they got the top 5 spots locked down, too.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. They're showing a strong race for this first stage. So we'll see if they can continue the dominance. That is a very strong start to the season for that team. What an end to the stage, though. I mean, I knew, they were that some moves were gonna be made, but for Kern to make those moves on Bryce and try and, get by him, I mean, that's risky, but I mean, it paid off. He got the second spot. So Hanneman there in third, who was leading pretty much that whole stage. So I mean, he was super close, down to the wire. Him, Tomlinson, Meacham, Sean Wilder, Eugene Hawk, all of them up there in the top 6. I mean, top 7 actually. So it's definitely anybody's game. I'm expecting them all to pit for at least fuel. What do you think, Chase?
Oh, yeah, they're going to pit. They're going to pit.
Definitely.
And
you see them all.
They got to go to lap 50.
Right. Definitely going to get fuel at least. We'll see who takes tires. If it were me, I'd probably only take one side. What do you think?
I don't even know if I would. I mean, it's more time. You can take 2. You can take 4 in this situation too if you really want to. The only time you're not going to be taking tires is during green flag pit stops. You're really not going to want to do it then.
Right. Watching Bryce, he's going to take lefts only, it looks like. I only see the left side of the car raise up.
Yep,
going through everybody else. Looks like most other people are... Ray Hanneman's going to be the next one out, beating David Meacham. David Meacham in third. I think most of the other ones only took one side, if not none, as well. So, definitely. William Curran moves down to 4th now, it looks like, after that pit stop. So he probably took 4 or 2 as well. I don't know if you're able to pull up pit stop times.
I can, but we'll grab our...
stage winner.
Grab our stage winner, Mr. Bryce Fontaine. A very tight race there back to the line, but barely able to hold off Kern on that scrap for the stage point. You get the first playoff point in the Cup Series. How you feeling about it, buddy?
Yeah, feels good, man. The outside is a place to be, and those close finishes like that. So, yeah, I wish you would have waited a little bit longer to make the move, so it doesn't bring as many other people into the fight. But nonetheless, I was the beneficiary of it, and I'll take the first stage win of the season. Feels good.
Yeah, and you guys were able to get the Eternal team all into the top 5 as well through that as well. I mean, that's what at the end of the day you guys are looking for, is a full team performance, right?
Yeah, absolutely. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We got Mason kind of working with us a little bit tonight. I don't know, who got. Well, Mason was behind me, yeah. So either way, a top 5 for the field right now. That feels good. Like I said, Mason's kind of working with us when he can, helping us out, so that always helps. And yeah, it was a close finish, and got a little sketchy there, but as long as one of these Eternal Racing Toyota Camrys are up front, that's all I care about.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it looked like at the end of the stage there that the top line was just as in play as the bottom line. I mean, for the most part, it was all bottom line, but they definitely all branched out, and both lines were in play, so we'll just see how the rest of this goes. Oh, Kern down to the inside.
Few people dropping out to get top off, I think, is what's going on there.
Probably. Yeah, definitely. Only one little incident there. So, I mean, definitely a pretty clean stage for the first 25 laps. So, should be a good race.
Yeah, I had to fix something on my rig on that first pit stop, so it cycled me all the way to the back. And glad I was able to make my way to the front pretty quick and end up winning the stage. So like I said, hopefully that good luck continues and we can try to fight for it here again at the end of the second one.
All right. Well, we'll get you back with your team, Bryce. Good luck in the second stage.
Yeah,
Yep, thanks,
good luck,
guys.
buddy. Hope to see you up here afterwards. Awesome. Yeah, very strong showing from Eternal Racing to start out the season. We'll see how that continues. Definitely, some strategy in play there with Kern diving off last second, like millisecond, going down there to probably top off with fuel, just try and make those extra laps count.
Yeah, the one thing we didn't ask was about how tight the fuel window was, so I'm assuming it's got to be pretty tight if they're going down to top off. They think they might be able to make it to the end of the stage, potentially, here. That's in play, I think.
Yeah, we definitely should have asked him that. We'll have to ask the next guy at the next stage what's his looking at. But I mean, it must be pretty close. But they were able to make it to that one after only topping off at that one caution that we had to have. So should be a tight race, and it's still up for grabs. Who knows what could happen here at Daytona.
Anything. This is a wild card. It's always a wild card at super speedways. There is skill involved in it as well, but it's a wild card for sure. So we'll see what happens. Bryce took the inside on the restart here. He's going to have Meacham behind him and Hanneman to his outside.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all. The inside is looking really strong. They've been leading. The inside has been the preferred line for when people are just sitting there saving some fuel. So I'm not surprised. We'll see. He gets a huge start. Looks like Eugene Hawk and Hanneman are going to make a big run on the outside, though. He might get back to the front.
Yeah, Meacham was not ready for that.
Nope. He was a little caught off guard, it looks like. Sean Wilder and Jose Mercado, though, making a big run. And Sean Happick up there on the top, too. He's looking like he's catching up. Big run from him. Always good to see Happy up there in the top 10.
Yeah, Hawk and Hanneman are going to be in the 1-2 spot here. That was a good restart from the two of them.
Yeah, they seem to be synced up pretty good. Definitely anybody's race at this point. Looks like Kevin Frey's still down there in 14th after starting on pole. Hasn't had the... Oh, no! Oh, David Meacham gets into Sean Wilder. Oh, no. Oh, no. We'll see what happens there. I think that's probably going to be an EOL for Meacham. Yeah, he moves up into Wilder. I'm going to have to give him a black flag for that. Or a EOL, my bad.
Yeah, taking a look at it here again. Wilder... Yeah. Meacham slides up.
You damaged?
Taps him, and just the two of them. Wilder hard into the outside wall. Hard into the outside wall. That's probably going to be terminal damage for the 99. If not, it'll be...
It'll look solid, but yeah, I'm sure they'll have to look for it.
It'll be a lot of damage there to the 99 rather. The 13 also getting a couple of shots in.
Calm down there, Susie. I said it doesn't look good. I said, I'm sure they're looking at it. Calm down, buddy.
And a bunch of people getting caught up in that as well. So, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be definitely an EOL for the 13 on that one.
Yeah, just one of those unfortunate things. Obviously I don't think it was intended. But he was definitely, causing a caution, and that's going to result in an EUL in this league. But definitely one of those unfortunate things. He definitely got really loose coming out and going into the tri-oval and got right into the back of the Sean Wilder 99. Kind of unfortunate. Seeing as how good he was doing before that, he was right up there running with top 5. He got a 4th place finish in that stage?
It was a 5th place finish in that stage.
Okay, still top 5, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I have no doubt as long as he can stay clean after that he'll be able to make his way back up to the top.
Yeah.
But that kind of shook up to the top a little bit. Ray Hanneman and Looks like Bryce Fontaine gonna dive into the pits to fuel up as well.
Yeah, it's gonna leave. I almost did it again. Eugene Hawk and Jose Mercado and Mike Marini staying out here.
Yeah, I know. I kind of messed you up there. I know Ethan Hawke in real life, so it kind of screws me a little bit. But yeah, Eugene Hawk, yeah, Gene Hawk and Jose Mercado going to be 1 and 2 on this restart.
And Marini will be in the 3rd position. Those guys just coming in, getting.
I didn't hear you, Ingram.
Getting
sounded pretty low
fuel.
on comp there.
Yeah, I mean Marini. I mean, he's been back there. He's been trying to get up to the top line a few times. He's been moving around. So I'm excited to see what he's able to pull off. One of the newer additions to our league. So that's good.
He got it.
And make sure that you announce the EOL when we get to 1 to go, and let everybody know what was going on with that.
With
the EOL for Meacham. Yep.
Okay, you want me to do it again? Okay.
Did you already do it? Did you already do it?
Yeah. I said Meacham received an EOL for the cause of that yellow.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure.
I could do it again just to be sure. You think we're good? Okay.
I think we're good. He's getting damage repaired here. Tucker
Wilder is
getting damage repaired. I mean, I don't know if Wilder's gonna be able to get back out there or not. Looks like he's got a lot of damage on that right front.
Yeah, he went hard. Yeah, that was a big wreck.
He's already 1 down. Lanford's gonna get out. He picked up a little bit of damage in the wreck as well. Hunter Young got some damage. Tucker got some damage as well. Hunter Young getting tires as well. The wheels came up on that. Meacham came out. Hall came out. I think Hall came out. Maybe not. More people diving down pit road to get some more fuel. Looks like Mercado and Marini both diving down. Eugene Hawk staying out, actually. And just make sure you do hit the EOL for Meacham if you haven't already.
Please be
yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I did pretty much almost right after the wreck happened.
Got to make sure it's on the 1 to go.
Jose's mic isn't working.
Oh, it has to be at 1 to go?
Yeah, you have to do it on the 1 to go. So go ahead and give him an order now, because other people pit, and they'll be ended up behind him. So.
Oh shoot! I gave. Wait, what?
The first time on lap 1, so because you went
I gave it to Ethan Hawke by accident.
No,
oh no.
No, clear penalty. Clear penalty.
Okay.
Should be fine.
And then I do it again to
Meacham.
David Meacham?
Yep.
Okay.
He's in pit road right now. But...
Yeah, a couple of them guys should not have had their black flags clear. Pit road was not open that time at all, and they went in anyway, so that's going to be looked at after the race.
That was my bad. I got confused. I didn't realize that I had to give that 1 to go.
That would have been... Marini. All right, well, we're coming back to green here.
Green.
Green flag in the air. Eugene Hawk takes off with Bryce on the inside right behind him. And he's going to jump out in front of Hanneman. Kern going to jump out in front of Hanneman as well. There's going to be 3 of those Eternal Racing cars on the outside going to go flying by the 40 if they can.
Making a big run on the top there.
Don't look now. Kevin Frey in that group with them as well. He is.
Yeah, he made his way back
up.
Up. That's crazy. Yeah. That's big for him. back up into 4th position so far. Looks like these top 6 guys are kind of starting to pull away a little bit. Danny Gross trying to get him to rally behind him and give him a good push.
Looks like Kern gonna fall out as well.
He might be saving fuel, I suppose. Trying to be on a different strategy, maybe a little bit.
He did dive down at the end of the stage, so maybe he's trying to save. I'm not sure. He actually fell off of this front group here a little bit as well.
Oh, looks like Bryson, Hanneman, and Tomlinson up to the top, and it's going to give Kevin Frey and Eugene Hawk the bottom. Kind of an interesting play.
Oh, they did say that they liked the high side, so it doesn't surprise me.
That's true. That's true. They did say that. Saves tires a little bit more, I suppose. You're not driving on the bottom and driving hard. Probably gives them a little bit more tire, and they're going to kind of group up in that 4 group right there, and we'll see if they're able to make a good run, which so far they are. Going to kind of leave Kevin Frey and Eugene Hawk on the bottom with some other guys there on the bottom.
Yeah, big checkup on the bottom as they got to those 2, Hawk and Frey. Like Danny Gross getting up into the 5th position as well.
Yeah, he's made some good moves there. Got back up to the top. Was able to catch the draft with those guys.
Good spot for the 27 right now.
Definitely. He's able to kind of stay there for the rest of the stage and maybe make up a position or 2 if he's able to get out of it all. He'll be in a good spot to make up some points. And we're kind of back to where we were in the first stage. Everybody just kind of falling in line.
Yep. Running laps, just like the podcast.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. Good plug there.
Friday, 6:30 Central Standard Time.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a good time. All of us guys hanging out.
Looks
like Mike Marini. Oh, go ahead, buddy.
Anthony Hall out of the race right now as well, so he's behind the wall.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Wilder,
Who else is back there? Wilder?
Wilder's still on pit road getting work done, I think.
Oh.
Passed him once more.
Yeah. David Meacham way back there, pretty far back after that EUL penalty. Too young.
And damage.
Too young staying up in that. Yeah. I bet he probably got a little bit of front end damage from that.
He got hit a few times. Times. He's going to be getting ready to be lapped here by the race leader. They're running down the super stretch right now. He's in 3 and 4.
Yeah, he's in the middle. He's coming out of 4 right now, so it shouldn't take too long before they'll probably be lapping him. An unfortunate start, but it's one of those things here at these big super speedways. You got to be real careful on that back bumper of these guys. That's the risk you take when you're pushing guys in corners and you're right there. Is if you just kind of get misaligned just a little bit and you hit that one side too much than the other. These cup cars, these next gen cup cars, they really don't like misaligned pushes. You really got to be spot on and right at the bumper. Otherwise, they'll get upset and they'll turn real quick on you. It does not take much. Ooh, Danny Gross, Kevin Frey, the outside, looking to make a move, make up some positions. I don't think they're going to get it. They're not quite going to be there. Yeah, they're going to need some more people to make that move.
Trying to side draft Kern with some big time damage on the front bumper there too. I just noticed that. So it looks like maybe he picked up some damage in that last caution, but
they might be able to get him here and get a 4th and 5th. But Eugene Hawk at the back of, he's probably going to be able to push Kern. So, ooh, maybe it's close, but I think they're good. Yep, he's going to get him. This is another some positions here. Yeah. Danny and Kevin Frey just a little bit too, not too many people back there helping them out.
Yeah, Meacham high toward the wall, trying to let these guys by.
Yeah, I mean, it's good on him, given plenty of room, not trying to get in their way too much, but hopefully maybe able to catch on the back end of their draft. I think he's going to try to. But Kevin Frey's also going to fall far back after making his way all the way up to the top. But, there's a long race. We still got over half the race to go. We got, looks like 57 laps. 58 laps to go.
And we've got 8 laps until we get to the
Stage 2.
Stage break.
Yeah. We'll see, what happens in the last couple laps of that, too. These guys, I'm sure, looks like Jose Mercado, CD Mangrum, going to move up to the top. They can make a move here with Mike Marini.
Looking for a side draft onto Eugene Hawk, trying to pull him back a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. Those playoff points are big. They add up over time if you're able to get enough of these stage wins.
Yeah,
Gene Hawk falling way off the pace.
Wow, that's
Wow.
due to the side draft. The side draft pulled him way off these front 4.
Yeah, that you just see the effect of that. I mean, how effective it can be when used.
That's going to put Mercado up into the 5th position. He's just ahead of Hawk right there.
Yeah, CD Mangrum not able to make his way in between Hawk and Marini, so he's going to fall way back to the back.
Of this group,
Right
yeah.
behind, right behind Joe Hudson there, 49. As we come around to 6 to go for the stage. As we kind of predicted, these Eternal guys up front there, they're good on these super speedways. Ooh, Ray Hanneman, big bump into the back of Bryce Fontaine on the backstretch, giving good shoves.
Yeah, they are pushing these front 3.
Pushing is huge. I mean, if you're able to give good pushes right at the end of those corners and you're able to get a push all the way through the backstretch, it's huge. It makes up a huge difference.
Yeah, I learned a lot from the Daytona 500 how much I could push with these Cup cars, and it's drastic the amount of difference that you can make if you can get a good push down the straightaways, even through the trial at times.
Yeah, you got to make sure that you have the right guy that you can push him through turns, because it, like we saw with David Meacham, it can be huge. It can go wrong pretty quick when you hit in the wrong spot with these cars. So you got to make sure that you're square, but if done correctly, it can make a huge difference.
Hunter Young down on pit road as well. Not sure exactly what happened there.
Maybe an early pit, maybe.
Oh no, this is a pit for damage, I believe, because he's
still
sitting in there.
Oh, okay.
And while you were talking, Colton Lanford also going another lap down.
Oh yeah,
for the 25.
Yeah, he is a few laps down. He's 4 laps down currently because he had a little bit of a late start.
Easy to Jose in the corner, easy.
Looks like they're, a little worried about pushing in the corners. Got to be real careful when doing that.
That you do.
They're learning. They're learning what to do. Still got half the race to go.
Happy and Kevin Frey fell off the pace as well. They picked up Meacham.
Meacham a lap down. So
they're
trying to make their way through. Meacham lucky dog contender at the end of this stage.
That he is.
Pits are going to close at the end of this lap. We're getting real close to the stage, and we'll see what kind of moves we have at the end. I'm guessing we're probably going to have another breakout. Try to get too wide.
Whoa! Tomlinson.
Kern in the back of Tomlinson, yeah, gets him a little bit loose. You know, gets a little bit sketchy there. We're able to keep her stable and safe. Good moves from both of them.
Heck of a save from the 4, though.
Yeah, 4 was able to keep her straight, able to get her to the top, bring her back in, and keep her in 3rd place. So that's good driving there for sure. It takes a lot of skill to be able to reel them back in.
That is 2 to go. Pits are closed this time around.
Yeah, you're getting down to the wire here. They're gonna start to make some moves. We see Danny Gross and Eugene Hawk moving up, and it looks like Kern gonna make the same move, but Danny Gross, oh, gonna get to the bottom. Oh, what a move from him. Honestly, that was pretty smart. Kind of juked out Kern there a little bit, got to the bottom. Jose is gonna give him a push. We'll see who can kind of make it out, but it looks like Eugene Hawk and William Kern are kind of winning on the top lane, but ooh, Kern up into the wall a little bit. Oh man.
Yeah, that was sketchy.
Able to keep her good. Danny going for the W with, ooh, we'll see. Oh, Mercado second guesses it. He's gonna leave Danny out to dry. Oh, we'll see if Kern is able to pick him up or if he's gonna dive to the bottom. Man, these stage ends are going crazy. Joe Hudson, too, picking up back there in the 5th position. He's kind of made up some positions.
This is the spot I'm looking at. Hanneman, is he going to push his teammate to the stage win? Looks like he is going to push him to the stage win. That is the stage. Go ahead and hit the yellow.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Yeah, another W for Bryce Fontaine. That's 2 stages in a row. That's 2 playoff points. That's crazy. That's huge. Wow, yeah, 2 stages in a row. It's been Bryce's show since that first stage. He's been up there and he's been putting on a good show. He fell a little bit back in those first few laps, but he's been able to, him and Hanneman have been putting on quite the push and shove show. So it's been pretty close. Those 2 are looking really good right now. It's like we definitely mixed it up though. It's gonna be Bryce Fontaine in first, Ray Hanneman second, Mason Tomlinson third still again, but then we got Jose Mercado in 4th and Joe Hudson in 5th, William Kern down to 6th, Danny Gross in 7th, CD Mangrum down to 8th, Mike Marini in 9th, and Eugene Hawk in 10th to round out those top 10 points winners for that second stage. And from here on out, it's going to be an all-out battle for the last half of this race to see who wins it.
That it is.
I'm guessing everybody's probably going to pit here again, too.
Yep, 10-4.
Yeah, they'd be crazy not to pit at this point.
Yeah, looks like everybody's going to take advantage of this stage yellow. Ooh, looks like Sean Happyuk and David Beecham are going to stay out. I'm guessing David's going to do that because he would be lucky dog to get his 1 lap back for sure. Looks like everybody else is going to be. Ooh, looks like Hanneman's going to be the first one out. Jose Mercado behind him. I'm guessing Bryce had to take tires, all 4. I didn't check, but he's going to be the 6th one out. That kind of mixes things up a little bit, as it usually does. Pit strategy is important on these super speedways, for sure. So going to be Sean Hapiak as the number 1 car out, unless he pits on this next lap.
We'll see. We'll see
We'll
what happens.
see. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's grab Hanneman this time around.
Yeah, I get the number 2 guy up here. He's been pushing his teammate this whole time, pretty much. Ray, how's it feeling out there, buddy?
Not bad.
Good second.
Not too bad.
Good second place finish in this stage, so you're getting some good stage points tonight. That's very important here for the start of the season to get a good baseline for the regular season. How you feeling about the pushing that's going on around out there?
Definitely a different manufacturer this time by. It's a little bit different. I mean, I think we're just trying to figure out the little kinks here and there. So how we're taking the tri-oval and how we're pushing out of the turns. I think we got it settled out now, so I think we're good to go. And I'm excited for the last stage here.
What's the fuel window looking like?
I think the Camrys got a bigger tank because I got a 20.9, and teammates are saying they got a 20.3 sometimes. So I might be just getting lucky. I think I overpaid the 85 team tonight to stick a little more in the fuel lines or something like that because it's feeling good right now.
That's good.
That's good. Well, we're going to 1 to go here, so we'll get you back with your team. But good luck in this third and final stage, and hopefully we'll see you at the end.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Yeah, good luck. Sean Hapiak went down just as we were talking to Ray there, so he's going to be pitting now. So that leaves Ray Hanneman and Jose Mercado as the top 2 now.
Yeah, and that should be an EOL there for the 52 as well. So,
did he go in as the pits were closed?
The pits will be closed. Well, yeah, because he didn't pit on that first time around. It'll be a closed pit, so he should be getting an EOL here.
Okay.
Don't give it to him. It should give it to him automatically.
Okay. Still learning this race control stuff. I got a little ways to go, but I'll figure it out here pretty soon. Eventually, I'm gonna have to do some research this weekend and figure out all the
kinks.
The kinks, yeah, figure out all the little quirks that go into it. What iRacing picks up and what I have to do myself. So definitely a learning curve, but it's been fun, and it's been a good race so far. We're keeping it clean, definitely a lot of strategy, and some crazy moves so far and some close calls. But these guys are keeping it really clean. So I mean, it's been really fun. I'm having a good time. David Meacham got his lap back, so it looks like the only people down some laps would be Colton Lanford with 4 laps down and Hunter Young 8 laps down, but I think everybody else, Allen
didn't.
Or Anthony Hall. Yeah, Anthony Hall and Sean Wilder, I think, are out. Looks like
Wilder's still on pit road.
He's 21 laps down, and Anthony Hall's 20 laps down, so I think they're both killed at this point, unfortunately.
All right, green flag in the air, though. Here we go.
Ray Hanneman, huge jump.
Final stage. Hanneman does get that huge jump. We shall see who takes what runs here.
Ooh, he's going to go to the top, which they did get a good run. He got a huge run. Ooh, Jose Mercado's going to...
Oh!
Oh, no!
Spinning and wrecking.
Oh!
Big damage for everybody there.
Oh, no. I'm going to look back at that, see if that warrants an EOL on the 41 of Jose Mercado's part. I don't think so. It looks like Ray kind of moved down into him as he was... It looks like Jose probably didn't move down all the way.
Actually getting pushed there by the 9. Gets sent out.
Yeah.
85 down into the 41. They tried to get a push from the 9.
That's such a hard call to make.
Hawk gets involved.
41 moves down.
Damage. Bryce with damage. Maybe Mason getting a little bit of front end damage there as well. And after everything, Happy's going to get collected in this too. As he tries to get by Bryce. Hard shot to the left front of the 12.
I'm going to watch the Mangrum from Chase. So Mangrum kind of staying in line. Yeah. I don't know. It's such a hard call to make. What do you think, Chase? I mean, it looks like Jose kind of just moves down like he's gonna go to that bottom line, and I think Hanneman just kind of
Remember,
looks
everybody
like
hold the brakes.
he hasn't quite, he doesn't really fully realize yet, and kind of just moves down a little bit because Jose kind of wasn't going down super fast and just got into the back. I
Trying to
don't
see
know.
if there was
I
net
don't.
code there too. No, there was
Right.
actual contact.
Yeah, there is contact. Because yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to. I don't know. I don't think Jose deserves an EOL. He was moving down, and I think Ray kind of just didn't realize quite yet, and kind of moved down just a little bit. And Jose didn't move down quite fast enough for him to realize that he was down there. I don't know. I'll leave that one up to you, Chase. But looks like most people are going to go into pits, other than Holt Lanford, who's going to stay out for the lucky dog. And Hunter Young is going to be the first one out, or first one behind the pace car. Such a hard call.
Did Mercado claim the caution is the question. Because I don't get that.
I will ask him.
Hawk with big damage there too. That's a tough call.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't heard anything from Mercado yet. I haven't heard any radio chatter
Make sure
from
you're
him.
on race control because you didn't pop up on mine.
Oh. Okay, I got that switched now. Yeah, that's super hard.
That's a tough call.
It's a tough call. I mean, he was close. He didn't quite move fully down. To me,
Go ahead and give me an EOL, please. Race control. I'm not going to be able to catch up.
Okay.
Damn it.
So just click on him and make sure you give it to Patrick.
Yep.
I think it's a race. It's tough. It's a tough call.
I would say it's a racing deal. I don't think it's quite EOL worthy. It's so close, but if that's what you think, I think I'm comfortable with calling it that way. You want me to call it that way?
A lot of cars got tore up in that. That's the only downside to that, but
I mean, I'm okay with giving him an EOL because I don't think he moved down quite as far as he should have. I think it was a little risky to kind of stay that high while trying to make a downwards move.
yeah, I think we kind of have to. It was a lot of cars taken up in that.
Okay. I gave it to him now. I think it's one to go, correct?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Just explain the situation to them as well, so they know why he's getting the EOL.
We're going to give the 41 an EOL due to just it being that we think that he didn't quite move down as far as he should have for making that move. And so many cars got caught up in it that we think it was an avoidable contact. So he's going to receive an EOL. It's a very cool. Okay.
As somebody that got this
Oh.
What did he say?
He said he's gonna watch it back, but he doesn't. Bryce said doesn't think it's the right call as somebody that got taken out in it. But
it's a tough call. It's a tough call. It's not going to hurt him that bad as well. There's not that many cars here.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, it was close. We are green now.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's really hard to tell, but Kevin Frey is going to be leading it
Yeah, that was
with
on me.
TD
Clear that.
Mangrum.
I didn't catch him.
With CD Mangrum right behind him. That took out a lot of the front players, unfortunately. But it's going to be Kevin Frey with CD Mangrum right behind him, Mike Marini, Bryce Tucker, Tyler Lemon, Joe Hudson. So we'll see how they do. But yeah, that was I don't know. Looks like Bryce and Kern are both disconnecting. They're probably both taken out of that. I'm hoping I'm hoping we made the right call. It was very close to tell. We were very, very divided on that. It was. We'll just see how it plays out. He's still up there though. He's in 9th right now, top 10, and anything can happen. Like we said, that was probably as close to the big one as we've gotten so far.
Yeah, we've got 41 laps coming to 41 to go here, and Kevin Frey out in front. A good rebound for the 82.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, coming back from a lap down all the way to this, he's been looking strong, and we saw him do really good in the duels. Unfortunate for the Eternal group on that crash there. So we'll see. Oh, big move to the top. That was kind of unexpected. We'll see what can happen. There's still a lot of race to go. We still got 40 laps to go. Anything can happen. It's anybody's race. You know, all that matters is what happens on the last lap. So we'll just have to see.
Looks like we're just going to rerun around the bottom. A couple of those drivers at the top. That looks like...
Hunter Young and Colton Lanford made their way to the top and making a big run. Danny Gross coming up behind him.
Those guys are looking to get a lap back the hard way.
Yeah. Got to try and do what you can. Definitely. I mean, if you're able to do it and somehow a caution comes out and you're able to get that lap back, that's huge. That could be the difference between a top 15 or a top 10. So, big move, big plays. See if it pays off for them.
Yeah, even with that EOL, Mercado only fell back to the 8th position. So
yeah, he's been able to make his way back up. He passed Mason Tomlinson pretty early. And he's right there. He's still in the mix. Really not counting him out. He's been strong all night.
He didn't get much damage out of that whole situation either. So I mean, realistically, he at the end of the day is going to be fine.
Looks like Sean Happy left down. Unfortunately,
I think Happy's already at least.
He's one lap down, but that was his second lap down.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he's right up there. He's in the mix. I mean, at the most, he probably got a little bit of left front damage or right front damage, maybe, but he was able to stay clean for the most part. He's right there in 6th place now. Or 7th place.
8th place, actually.
Or 8th, yeah. He's right there. He's right there. He moved to the outside.
Yeah, he's battling for some positions, but Mike Marini out into the lead. He got a run there with Hunter Young.
Yeah, big run on the top. It was a smart move. Him and Mike Marini were able to leapfrog over CD Mangrum
And Kevin Frey. Yep.
Yeah. But I believe 77 is the lap down.
Yes, he is.
Oh, he's 7 laps down. He's quite a few laps down.
Yeah, he's laps down.
Yeah.
But the car's
But,
clean enough to be able to push and run out there, so he's out there trying to log some laps and maybe get some passes done. Especially since we had all those guys that just went and got involved in that last incident. So you got multiple vehicles wrecked out there. So
Absolutely. I mean, being able to get any positions back, being at the front is definitely good. Plus, also the experience of just being up front and running with these guys is big. It helps a lot. Colton Lanford's kind of looking like he really wants to run that top side. Nobody's really willing to go with him, it looks like. Danny Gross kind of looking like he's going to make a move with him. We'll see if they're able to get something put together.
Now that bottom's going to have all that energy. There's not going to be much of anything.
There's not much for them. Yeah, unless they get a couple more cars to join them. They're going to lose some positions probably in the long run.
The one that's going to lose the positions will be Danny Gross because he's on the lead lap. I mean, Lanford's just up there trying to get some positions back by just running laps. So.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Props to him for trying something different, but I don't think in the long run it'll pay off very well. He'll probably have to fall in behind David Mitchell here, back, which he does. Probably the smart move for sure. Maybe he's trying to stay clean back there and hope that if anything happens up towards the front, he's able to come out clean.
Well, you got these top three here. You got Hunter Young, the lap down car, running with Marini and Frey. Those guys running away from the field. The field's going to have to link back up to try to catch this trio at the front.
Right, absolutely. I mean, it's a pretty good deal for Kevin Frey and Mike Marini. I mean, they're just able to pull away from everybody else and log clean laps and be up there and hopefully just link up and put in some good laps. But we'll see if these other guys on the bottom back there a little ways or just a little ways. About a second and 1.3 seconds.
If they link up, they'll be able to get this lead group here, and they will fly by them if they have an opportunity to do so.
Yeah, they'll be able to make it that time in no time if they get a good run. It's not hard here, especially when you have more than 5 cars linked together. It makes a huge difference. Coming by on lap 60, 67, we're on 68 now. Getting down to the wire, about 32 laps to go, 31 laps to go.
Yeah, we still got plenty of pit stops to go.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have to at least
one more.
At least one more, possibly 2, I would say. Depending on what strategy they've been running and how, if they're able to. I don't think based on their speed that they're probably running as fast as they can right now. If they were running about half to 3/4 throttle, they might be able to save a little bit more. But I don't think based on their speeds right now that that's what they're doing. That front group maybe they're losing speed, but that bottom group I think is getting some real good momentum built up with that 5-car group. Mangrum, Tucker, Lemon, Hudson, and Mercado. Now the other group goes together. So they're getting some good runs to put together.
Yeah, we're about to be back to one big group here.
Yeah.
Mangrum's caught the 82.
Just getting up to the back of Kevin Frey.
I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, Hunter Young kind of just dove to the bottom a little bit. Maybe just got a little loose there. But he stays to the back of him. Good pushes in. Mike Marini has been out front for a while now, a couple laps. Out there leading with Hunter Young giving some good pushes. These two are making quite the team. I don't believe they're on the team, but they're looking pretty good together. Still definitely anybody's game. this group.
Oh, they are on a team, actually. GTR Motorsports.
Oh, are they?
Mangrum-
Okay,
Mangrum, Young, and Marini all on a team. And Mercado.
that makes sense then. Okay, yep. I wonder because they're both looking, you know, pretty comfortable pushing each other. So I'm guessing they've had some practice together, and yeah, they're looking strong. So that makes sense that they're on a team. You know, able to try and push his teammate to a victory here to start out the season would be big. Yeah, definitely a big boost in the points for teams and for Marini himself. Started 11th, so he's up 10 positions. 11 positions, I guess, 10. Or 10 positions. Yeah.
And Mangrum's up 12 as well in the 3rd position.
Yeah, definitely.
Biggest movers, though, Tucker and Lemon both up 14.
Right, yeah, those guys as well. They have cashed in on the chaos of Daytona and have made their way to the top 5 from being down towards the bottom. So that's really big for them. Kind of just been chilling at the back, and sometimes that really just pays off. It's a pretty good strategy for super speedways because the chaos can get big time pretty quick. Maybe here soon we'll have to go kind of watching that. A little worried about Hunter Young.
Why? What happened?
Oh, he's kind of going back and forth a little bit. He's kind of lost his teammate there a little bit. He's been bobbing up and down, but I think he's holding it good. I think he's just kind of maybe a little bit of tires. Jose Mercado though, kind of dropping down below the yellow line. A little worried about him and Tomlinson and Meacham there. Kind of got out of line a little bit there for a second. Oh yeah, there goes Hunter Young. Man, big time. He's getting loose. But he gets top and keeps it clean. Kevin Frey is going to move.
Down pit road he goes, too.
Yeah, I wondered if something wasn't right, because I saw him kind of getting some loose, and I was like, something might not be right with that car. And yeah, he definitely, something was not right. So he's going to go down and hopefully fix that, maybe get some tires or some damage repaired. That's going to bring 1 and 2 back up to each other. Let's see if they're able to get some good pushes here. Reamy, Frey, and Mangrum. Bryce Tucker. All right there in a group. Lemon hanging back a little ways. Looks like this group of 3 is kind of getting grouped together a little bit. We'll see if they can put something together. Marini's doing a really good job of just keeping a really steady line on that bottom. He just looks rock solid, and he's just keeping it super smooth. Just waiting for that push from Frey. But looks like some pit strategy coming up here soon. Some guys might be getting ready to pit soon. I think they're just kind of hanging back and saving some fuel. Yep, some people are going to be pitting this lap, it seems. 25 laps to go at 75.
Well, that means they won't be able to make it to the end either.
Yeah, if it's 20 laps to... looks like 49 stays out, but Kevin Frey stays a little bit faster. As long as he doesn't get a penalty for speeding, he's going to be able to maybe come out on top here. Let's see. Yeah, with a 20 to 22 fuel window, it kind of sounded like. They're going to be about 5 laps short unless they can save big time. So we'll see if that strategy plays out. Oh, looks like like Angram's going to kind of move ahead of Kevin Frey there, coming out. Has a little bit more speed, a little bit faster pit stop. It's going to play out in his favor.
We'll take a look at Joe Hudson. Where's Joe Hudson? He's staying out again.
Is he staying out again? Yeah.
Yep, stays
Wonder
out.
if he's going to... Go ahead, buddy.
Oh, I say stays out and he's going to try to maybe lead a few laps, and he's going to be by himself. That's the only downside. Everybody else will be in a line. You got Mangrum about to be picking up the 77 of Hunter Young.
That's a big gamble there. I mean, if a caution comes out, that's pretty good for him, because then he'll be able to pit, get some fuel. But if not, they'll pretty fast. They'll catch up to him pretty fast, because he's only going about 175, 176, and these guys are going about 190. And if they get a good train going, they could go faster. They could be going close to 200. So we'll see what's able to happen. We'll see when he pits. He's able to stay out the extra 5-ish laps to make a difference, to make it to the end without pitting again. Big gamble.
Marini and Gross going to swap positions. Marini up to 7th. Gross back to the 8th spot. If these guys can get linked up, they will be gaining on Meacham. Meacham's right there ahead of them.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a group of 4 guys right there.
5 if you count Colton Lanford in that group as well.
Yeah, if he's able to keep onto the draft and catch up to them. It's close, but Bryce Tucker and Lemon look like they're kind of wanting to stay on that top side for now. So the other guys are asking him to kind of join up with them to get a good run going.
Well, there comes Joe Hudson down pit road. He's headed down pit road trying to get fuel, and I'm wondering if he's going to take tires too. I can't imagine. It's expecting fuel only here. But yeah. Mangrum going to come around and take the lead over here as well.
Yeah, so that I think Mangrum just got a little bit better pit stop and got a little bit more speed coming out of pit road. That's able to get him above Kevin Frey. With and it looked like Mangrum had a pretty far back pit stall, so it's a little bit of play there, able to give him the upper hand. But they're behind Hunter Young in the 77 car, kind of leading them there. And, no surprise, they're able to just, kind of chill behind him, get some more laps down, get their way towards that victory. But the last couple laps are going to be spicy. Pretty soon they're not going to be as content with hanging behind him as they once were. Looks like Sean Happy coming out of the pit lane as well. Stopped and stuff.
Beating and banging back there for 5th position. Meacham going to take over the 5th spot. He's got Marini behind him. This is the second group. They're about 11 seconds behind the top 4. Meacham leads them with Marini, Gross, Tucker, Hudson, and Lemon.
Yeah, David's been really solid all night. I expected him to be up there. He's looking really good. Had that little run-in with Sean Wilder earlier, but he's been recovering good, and he's in a good spot right now. If they're able to get a good group together and make a good run up to the front group, they have a real shot at it too. It's not over till the checker flag flies.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a decent-sized group too. If they are able to link up and actually be single file, they might have a chance, but it is a long road
go
back.
get them now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's it's a good 10 seconds, so
looking
we'll
at 12
have to see
seconds
what happens.
At this point.
Or almost. Yeah, it's pretty. They're a good ways back. But if they're able to get a really close group going, and it looks like Marini's giving them some good pushes there. He's right on his bumper. Gross is right behind him too. If they're able to get a good group going, they can make that time up slowly but surely. I wouldn't count him out just yet. That is for sure. That group of 5 up there, Tomlinson, Mercado, Frey, Mangrum, and Hunter Young. Hunter Young being 7 laps down. They're looking fast. They're keeping a tight ship, and they're gaining time too. As looks like Danny Gross kind of falling back a little ways, going up to the top. I kind of confused by that, because you'd think you'd want to stay in there and try and gain some momentum and gain some time, but they're losing. They've lost over a second, I think, over the past couple laps. Down to 12.6 seconds between them and the leader. 13.7 now. Wow, they're
losing a lot of time.
Yeah, that front group is trucking. They are trucking hard. Hopefully they're able to pick up the pace. But I mean, if David Michi was able to come away with the top 5, if this is how the cards fly, that's still a solid finish for the first race of the season at a super speedway. With all the randomness that goes, it's a solid start to the season. And I'm pretty sure he picked up some stage points in there too. Definitely got a 5th place finish in the first one. I don't know. Did he get any in the second one? I don't think he did.
I don't think so.
But that's still some solid points. Be a solid finish if they're able to stay right where they are. We're about 16 laps to go. I think they're gonna have to do one more pit stop. So I think we're not done seeing some strategy play out, because it only takes one bad pit stop where you accidentally go a little bit too far and you have to back up a little bit. That's losing some precious seconds. It's not hard to make up that time, but they go down another second a lap.
Yeah, they're still losing time too.
Yeah, that's it. That is some major time there. They're just not as tight together. You see, kind of between Marini and Tucker, there's kind of a gap, and then between Tucker and Hudson, I mean, they're not as close together as that front group, and it just doesn't allow them to have as big of a draft and just suck those cars and just really get a huge run and have that major air resistance weight taken off them, I would say. They're just huge gaps in between them. It really makes a difference. The aerodynamics on these cars, you really want to be really tightly as close as you can to that guy without pushing him. If he's pushing the guy in front of him, you want to be as close as you possibly can stand it, or it gets a little too sketchy. And you can see in this front group, they're keeping it so much tighter. Like, Mangrum is like glued to the bumper of Hunter Young. I mean, he's like right there. And Kevin Frey is staying pretty close behind him. Yeah, makes a difference.
And getting there early on down the straightaways too. That makes a big difference.
Being right there at the end of those turns is huge. I mean, you're able to get there, be ready to push immediately, and be able to give them a push all the way down the straightaway. It's huge. I mean, and they've lost another 2 seconds in the last 2 laps. I mean, they're losing almost a second a lap. I mean, that's huge. I mean, man, yeah. They're down to 17.5 seconds gap between the leader and David Meacham, the leader of that second group. So, Super Speedway, there is definitely skill to it. I mean, you definitely got to be comfortable with the guys around you and be able to stay glued to their bumper right there to be able to get those huge runs and make up that time. Still, anything can happen. We still have just over 10 laps to go. And it's not over yet. At the very least, these front runners in this front group are going to have something to say about Mangrum winning. I'm sure they'll be wanting to prove themselves as front runners of the league in this first race. Kevin Frey still up there. We knew his confidence coming out of the winning slot of the duels. I mean, He's ready to prove that he has what it takes to win in this league, at least at the super speedways in this first race. He seemed very confident, and we're seeing that here today. A little bit of luck played into it, but he's up there.
And Mercado involved in the last incident as well. He's found himself into the 3rd position. So, I mean, that's a good spot for 41 as well.
Yeah, it didn't phase him at all. You know, he's been up there all night. He's been looking real solid. He's been able to keep up with the front runners, and that EOL putting him down to 9th didn't even phase him. He made his way right back up, and he's still with this top pack. That just proves that, you know, he's definitely got what it takes to be up there at the front of this pack tonight. He's a solid driver in all the series he's in. He's definitely a very well-rounded driver from what it seems. He's got a lot of experience, and he's run with a lot of the top runners like Bryce, and I don't know who else he's run with, but I know Bryce knows him pretty well, and they've run a lot. And he runs in our Xfinity series, and he's been running well up there too. So, good driver. Giving Kevin Frey a little bit of push there coming out of the corner.
And the second group comes into pit here with 11 to go.
Yep, I knew it was going to be coming. I wonder when this first group is going to do it. I don't think it'll be too long, because I don't think they'll have this last 10 laps in their tanks. They've been going pretty hard, gaining all that time on that front group. So it's really going to come down to how well they're able to hit, and if they're able to get out fast enough to keep that time as big as it is right now.
Well, they're going to lap this first group as well.
Yeah, that'll definitely, you know, put them in a good position coming around here with 9 laps to go. My bad.
10.
Nine
They're
laps
coming
to
to
go.
9. Yeah.
Or 10. Yeah, they're coming to 9. Yep. So we're getting down to the wire here. The last 10 laps. I mean, you guys are going to be pushing hard here pretty soon. I think they're going to have to pit within the next couple laps to see who comes out on top after that all mixes out. They're going to stay out one more.
They're staying out. Yeah. Hudson's
Can't
the only
imagine
one.
they have much more in the tank.
Hudson's the only one still on the lead lap, other than these front 4, and he's running around on his own right now. So
yeah, he's kind of been out there.
will this lead? Will this lead group go this time? There they go.
I think they are. They're going. Yep. Get a little something down my throat, but ooh, Kevin Frey, real hot.
Yeah, Frey was quick into pit road last time.
He seems really good at last minute just braking and making a good entrance to the pits.
Pit road entry. Yep.
We'll see if it pays off for him as he comes out just ahead of Mangrum. He's going to make up that position with his fast pit entry. Oh, Mangrum passing him?
On exit.
Is that allowed on exit? Can you do that? I don't know if you can technically do that.
Yeah, I think you can.
Can you? Oh, wow.
I think.
Okay.
But that's going to put Joe Hudson in the lead. Hudson's going to pass Mangrum. Hudson right there behind Happy.
Yeah, we'll see if he's got enough in the tank to make it 7 laps. Coming to 6 laps.
Coming to 7.
Coming to 7 laps. I doubt it. I think he's going to have to pit again. Him and Happy, though, he caught up to Happy, and now they're kind of double teaming it now. See if they're able to get enough run to run for it over this front lap. Front group, who is like super condensed now. We got Mangrum, and Frey, and then Mercado, and then Tomlinson. So it looks like Mercado got or no, he was in third, right? Before when they pitted.
He was.
So it ended out the same way as as they went in.
And they are going to have a heck of a run coming up onto the 49 of Hudson.
Yeah, Frey is right there on Mangrum, but looks like they're gonna go to the top. Ooh,
a block from the 49. That was scary.
That was a bit bold of him. I think they had too much energy there for him to make a late block like that. But Mercado to the inside of Frey. Oh, Frey stayed up to the top a little bit too long, and he's going to go to the end of that 4-car line. That's going to give Mercado second spot with Tomlinson in third. That was a big move from 41. Wow.
If we take a look back at the second group here, Meacham and Marini are together. Bryce Tucker and Lemon in a 2-car tandem after that. And Danny Gross on his own in 10th position right now. That's the 6 through 10 group.
Yeah. And Kevin Frey lost a bunch of time making that move. He is way back there now. Wow. Fortunate. But yeah, that second group looks like David Meacham and Mike Marini are just kind of off on an island on their own. And then Bryce Tucker and Lemon also. They're kind of all divided up in groups of 2.
And Kevin Frey lost the draft as well off of the back of Tomlinson. So it is going to be a 3-car tandem running away from these 4th and 5th place drivers.
Yeah, that's just how fast you can lose the draft and be out of it. He was with that 4-car group forever, and then he just didn't move down fast enough. Mercado and Tomlinson to the bottom, and he just wasn't able to keep up with them, and he just lost it like that. I mean, just shows you these super speedways. It is brutal. You have to be on the ball, reflexes ready, and move when everybody else is moving. Otherwise, you'll lose it like that. That's crazy. Definitely unfortunate for the pole sitter, but he's still looking at a top 5 if he's able to stay ahead of Joe Hudson. But who I think still has to pit. I'm very certain they still have to pit coming with 4 to go. But it is down to the wire.
He might be able to make it. I mean, I don't know.
That would be crazy. I mean, that would be a crazy strategy as he's right at the back of Kevin Frey right now. So I mean, if he's able to draft enough to save enough fuel to get these last 3 laps in, I mean, that'd be crazy. It would definitely be very noteworthy. Because I don't know. Did he pit on this last group?
He pit after the group.
Did he? Okay.
He last pit on lap 78, so he's trying to go 23 laps to the end. So that's a stretch.
That is ballsy. Yeah. We'll see if it pays off. Mangrum is definitely defending for his life right now with 3 to go. Jose Mercado right at the bottom of him. Right there, glued to his bumper, giving him big pushes. They go to the top to pass Danny Gross, it looks like.
Yep.
This 3-car group has definitely risen to the top as the ones to beat of this race. CD Mangrum, a newer member of our league. This is the only series that he's running with us, and he joined just for this one, I believe. And definitely a strong showing from him tonight. He's been up there in the top 5 pretty much the whole night. I mean, he's been up there making the moves, and he has shown himself to be a very good controller of this race. And Mercado is doing a really good job of pushing him right now. As we come to 1 to go. Oh, there, Joe Hudson. I wondered, he's about running out of fuel, he said on the radio. I just heard it.
All right,
It's
coming to the
gonna be
white flag.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Ooh, Mercado. Ooh. Into the back of Mangrum a little bit. Stay clean. They're looking to make that move. Mercado pushing him big time into 1. Oh! Oh, just gets into the back of a little bit, but Mangrum able to hold it. Coming down the back stretch, he goes high. Oh, trying to get that air, break that air off of Mercado, but Mercado's going to be able to be...
Big blocking from Mangrum. Mercado gets to the outside, though.
Yeah, he does. Big move from Mercado. He's got a lot of energy, but Tomlinson's gonna push. Oh, they're gonna take it 3 wide. Who's gonna get it? It's Mercado and Tomlinson. Mercado's gonna get it. Mercado's gonna get it.
Oh, and the 9 gets sideways across the line.
But he's gonna get second. Mangrum was second. Tomlinson with the W. Absolutely crazy last lap there from those guys. Amazing control finish from Tomlinson there. The right move at the right time.
But Mercado comes away with the win, but Kevin Frey ending up in 4th position.
Mercado.
Battle for 5th here, coming to the line. It is gonna be Meacham. And Marini will finish up in 6th. Lemon and Bryce Tucker will finish 7th and 8th. Joe Hudson had to pit coming to the white flag, and he will finish in the 9th position, the last on the lead lap.
Yeah, still top 10, but Jose Mercado, I mean, and Mangrum going at it. That was crazy. Mercado with the W to start out the year, or to start out the season. Huge win for him. That was quite the last lap. Wow. It was a drag race, that is for sure. Him and Mangrum just going at it. And Mangrum just gets spun a little bit by Tomlinson towards the end, but Tomlinson had it. But Mangrum just eked it out just a little bit, going to that top side. Wow, quite the finish there. A very impressive first race in the Cup Series.
Looks like the whole of GTR at the line celebrating this good finish for them. Mercado and Mangrum 1-2, and Marini ends up in 6th. That's a really good performance for the GTR group.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, to be in the top 6 like that and have 1-2, that's big.
Yeah, we're just waiting on our top 2 to join up in the broadcast waiting room.
Yeah, definitely.
A heck of a race, though. We'll take a look at the race results. We kind of rattled off the top 10, but Mercado was your winner tonight, with CD Mangrum finishing in the 2nd position. You got Mason Tomlinson finishing in 3rd. Kevin Frey finishes in 4th. David Meacham 5th. Mike Marini in 6th. Tyler Lemon in 7th. Bryce Tucker comes home 8th in the 11. 9th position goes to Joe Hudson. 10th to Danny Gross. Colton Lanford started in the pits 5 laps down, ends up finishing in the 11th position, only 4 down. In 12th position, Sean Hapiak, 5 laps down, involved in one of those incidents a little earlier on. Hunter Young comes home in 13th. And then after that, you got Bryce Fontaine coming home in 14th position. William Kern, 15th. Eugene Hawk, 16th. Ray Hanneman, 17th. And Anthony Hall finishes in the 18th position. A nice number of laps down.
Yeah, definitely a big heartbreak for the Eternal Esports guys, getting caught up in that big wreck early on after winning the first 2 stages. Or, I mean, not early on, but, you know, towards the middle of the race. Bryce won 1 and 2 was looking dominant with Hanneman pushing him, but just kind of an unfortunate accident there between Mercado and
Hanneman.
Get into Hanneman, that's right, yep.
But all right, we've got our top 3 ready to be interviewed, so we will grab our 3rd place finisher, Mason Tomlinson, in the number 4. A good finish there at the end. Tried to make it work 3 wide, but unfortunately coming home P3. Not a bad finish though here tonight for you.
Yeah, that was fun. I didn't quite want to take it 3 wide that early. I was trying to push the 9 a little bit, and that way I couldn't get it side drafted so easily and maybe get a better run, but it didn't work out. And I almost thought I had him clear, but then he pulled a good side draft, and I think we made contact. And then at that point, I just just Florida. That's all you can do, you know.
Floor it and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to clear him at first.
So,
But
yeah. So pit strategy.
But I mean, you
playing
were up there.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay.
Go ahead, Sam.
I was just gonna say that you were up there all night and that you had a really strong showing and just some smart moves and you were able to stay there glued to Mercado for that and that big move on Kevin Frey that kind of put him down. Then he was up there with that group of you. So yeah, it was really big and I'm sure as Chase will say, pit strategy is big on that.
Yeah, it was tough. It was right at the window of like 1.8 versus 3.6 gallons of fuel, and 3.6 is way too much. But I don't know if we would have made it on a gallon. So
right call at the right time.
Worse. Yeah, that's usually what bites me is pit strategies. So I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, it looked like what was his name? Joe Hudson kind of took it a little bit. He cut it a little bit too close, and he almost made it, but not quite. So it definitely played a part.
Yeah, I was on the restart. I was like a lap or two short. I just could not manage to save even a lap hardly. I mean, it was not saving like it normally does. I don't know. So you kind of just had to commit to going and pitting right there.
Yeah. So, well, Mason, anybody you want to shout out here before we let you go?
Just all you guys for showing up every week and doing the broadcast and everyone that puts this on. My teammates got a good group of guys. Sucks they got wiped out, but that's Daytona kind of either do real good or wreck, seems like. And then shout out to P2 and P1 for keeping it clean at the end. That was fun.
All right.
Yeah, definitely.
Third place finisher Mason Tomlinson. Congratulations on the finish, and we'll see you next week.
Yep.
We'll see you, buddy. Second place. TD Mangrum.
There he is. Second place. Good finish for you tonight in the 9 car. How you feeling about that?
How you guys doing? Honestly, the race was pretty eventful. To get P2, teammate gets the win. Shout out to Jose Protege. That's a hometown win for him, so good for GTR. We really worked together well there at the end and made sure one of our cars got there. It was I hope it was a good finish for the broadcast. Hope the fans enjoyed it. But the race itself was kind of there's a lot of single file, not too much racing, and the fuel game really played a huge factor there at the end. Just kind of nervous.
Yeah, we talked about it with Mason as well. You guys were kind of on the line of having to take either a gallon or 3 just to try to make it work to the end, and it seemed like the higher of the two was kind of the right call there at the end.
Yeah, and I think getting down and off pit road really quick, the best way is huge in that. Just making the right moves. I don't know. I haven't been on playing much the last couple months, just taking a break. But these cars feel a little bit more draggy than from what I remember here. So I don't know if that was part of the update, but it was quick to lose the draft here tonight.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah, definitely.
I noticed it in the Daytona 500. I was losing the draft at about 4 to 5 tenths instead of the normal like 7 or 8 that you would have in the old package. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think they updated them and they're a lot more draggy. I think you're right. Go ahead, Sam.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, that was just it. And we saw some big moves from you, moving, like passing Kevin Frey coming out of the pits and stuff, and that was really big for you. Was having really strong pits and getting super fast coming out of there and just beating him, which he had the first pit stall. So that was really big for you. I think was the pits coming out of there. So how did that feel, kind of coming out of there, and you felt like you just had more speed and just made the pass there, or what?
Yeah, just kind of, it was pretty risky, like the Kyle Larson move, it felt like, but made it stick. I think he spun the tires coming out, and I was already just on it straight. So, good to get at least a podium and a 1-2 finish for the team. So, all in all, good time, and we'll look forward to next week. And I appreciate all the admins and the broadcast and everybody that put it together.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Anybody you want to shout out in particular?
Hey, shout out to GTR, Chase Beatty, P. Cola, Jose Protege, Butters, all the guys, Jacobs out there, Chewy, Marini, all the guys.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, congratulations on your second place finish tonight, and we will see you next week.
Yep.
Yeah. Congrats, buddy.
And your race winner, the number 41 of Jose Mercado, a wild three wide finish going to the end, and you come out on top. How you feeling, Jose?
Hello?
There you are.
Yep. How's it going, man?
How you feeling about that win? I mean, I know CD said it's a hometown win for you here, and it was a wild three-way battle for the finish, and you come out on top. How you feeling about it?
Feel pretty good about it, man. Thanks to the guys at GTR Motorsports. We had to work the strategy backwards. Instead of saving fuel, just make sure everybody spent fuel. I don't like the saving fuel, but it's pretty good to win at the hometown first race of the season, locked in the playoffs. So pretty good about it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's big to be locked in the playoffs after the first race, and I mean, you were up there all night, and you were looking really strong, and you were a really great pusher to your teammate CD Mangrum there. So, but you were able to come out on top of the win, take it up high, and come out with it. So you did great.
Yeah, appreciate it. He was blocking for his life. I just had to keep zigzagging. I didn't know who Mason was gonna go with. Honestly, I know Mason for a long time. I really thought he was gonna go with me, but he went down like I felt he was gonna push CD at the bottom line, and then we just got three wide. And once they got side by side, I know the 4 was gonna side draft the 9. If I can stay close to the wall, I was gonna get the win no matter what.
It kind of looked like when they were coming out, you guys were coming out of 4. It looked like Mason kind of got a little bit of a bump draft onto the 9, and CD was kind of sent up a little bit, and it opened the door for Mason, and that's kind of how the whole sequence happened there on the bottom. But yeah,
Right, and I think the apron. Mason had a run, but he kind of like bounced a little bit off the apron. And ever since the new update, you touch the apron here, you get really loose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we were talking about the drag of the cars as well. You know, you had Kevin Frey in that group as well for a little while, and then all of a sudden he got left out to dry off that great move that you made. You dove down under the inside of him, and then he got left out to dry, and ended up in the 4th position. Did the 82, but he ended up back there because of that. Was it a side draft move that you made there, or was it just a quick dive down to the bottom?
I felt like in order for me to get the win, I had to be second. So he stayed up a little longer. Obviously, the 9 is my teammate, so he told me when he was going down, so I went down. A little bit of side draft and a little bit of help from the 9. We had to move him out of the way in order it was going to be settled between me and the 9. So that's the only way. And I felt like being in second place, you have the card to play. I mean, either you win or you wreck being in second place.
Checkers or wreckers.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. That was probably the move that won you the whole race. I mean, I was astonished. I saw him go up, and you just moved right down and kind of shoved your way in there. And then 82 just lost the draft completely and went way back. And I was like, that was a crazy move, and that was definitely probably what won you the race, honestly. So that was a really smart move on your part to work with your teammate there in the 9. So I was super impressed by that.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for what you guys do in the booth up there. Is now for the 82, it's really hard to stay in the draft with this car. I don't know, whatever they did with the update, the package they have, is the last car on the pack is really, really hard to stay up. You lose the draft quickly than before. It's just not easy to stay in the draft. So I was really surprised that he lost 5 seconds, like in half a lap.
Yeah.
But it was the move for the win, so I guess gotta take it.
You gotta,
better him than me, honestly.
I was gonna say you gotta take the moves when they're there. So, anybody else you want to shout out, Jose?
Shout out the teammates, Marini, CD, Hunter Young, GTR Motorsports. We finished 1-2. Marini made a little mistake there on the strategy. We're supposed to take only fuel. He forgot to check his tires. I felt like we could have been 1-2-3, but on to the next one for GTR.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we'll let you get out of here. We'll see you next week, Jose.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it. Can't wait for next week. We're going to Texas.
Congrats, buddy. Yeah, we'll see you.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
And that's your race winner, Jose Mercado.
Yeah.
Heck of a race.
Some crazy moves.
Yeah. Yeah, a very good move there at the end. I think, like you said, that's the race-winning move where he dives down to the inside and gets by Kevin Frey and kind of shuffles Frey out of the fray and into the back of the pack. So yeah, it was a very good move there for the 41, and that's my race winning move too. I believe that is exactly what he needed to do. So.
Oh, absolutely. It was the right move at the right time. Very smart race IQ there to be able to know when the right time was, and working with his teammate the 9, and that communication telling him, hey, I'm going to move down here. He moved in and left Frey out in the dust, and as you said, left him out of the fray.
Yep, you gotta have those.
Yeah.
You gotta have those good puns in the back of your head. But that is gonna do it here for us tonight. Next week we will be at the Texas Motor Speedway for 134 laps, and it's gonna be another wonderful night of racing here in the HVRL Cup Series. But that is gonna do it here for us tonight. For everybody behind the scenes, I am Matthew Chase. He is Sam Moser. We will catch you guys next time.